Okay, and this is the last starter set box opening of the Final Fantasy trading card game. This is the Lightning and Ice starter set. This is the last one for I guess the Opus 1 starter sets. I'm not sure if they're gonna have Opus 2 starter sets. I'm not entirely too sure. I'm leaning towards no. I haven't heard anything. But yeah, there it is. It's got Lightning and Ice in it. We're gonna crack it open. You know how it goes. If you saw the other two videos. Okay, there she is. Set the box aside. And there's some tape here. Tape off there. And again, starter set mat and rulebook, which is very useful. Here are the cards. Get rid of the plastic, unnecessary plastic, and I'm gonna go ahead and open them. All right, here we are. Okay, so the first card up in the set is Lightning. She's a 6 cost. This is Lightning element. Purple is Lightning in this game. It's FYI. And Ice is kind of like a light blue. Water is a darker blue. For the longest time, I'm not colorblind. I could not tell the difference between water and ice. I was like, I'm comparing the two. But when you put them together, a water and an ice card, you will see the difference. But yeah, ice, sky blue, water, more of like an aquamarine blue. Okay, so Lightning here is the first card. She's a forward. The cost required to play Lightning onto the field is reduced by 1 for each category 13 forward you control. Very similar to Cloud and Titus and the other sets. She has haste, however, and when Lightning deals damage to your opponent, choose one forward opponent controls, dull it. So kneel it. So this is a control card, straight up control card. It's really good. There are definitely good Lightning builds that I have seen. Here we have Gilgamesh. Great card. There are 3 different Gilgameshes in this game right now. There are Gilgamesh builds. There are Gilgamesh decks. If you look online, I'm pretty sure you could find one. I don't think Six Sages Gaming have built a Gilgamesh deck yet, but they're very luck based from what I can see. Not this one though, not this card. But as you can see here, 4 cost, 8,000 power forward. Gilgamesh cannot be returned to its owner's hand by opponent's summoner abilities. Gilgamesh for 2 lightning crystal points. Gilgamesh gains 1,000 power until the end of the turn, making him a 9,000, which is that threshold you really want. And his ability Divider, right there with my hand, is sacrificing another Gilgamesh card and 2 lightning CP. Choose one forward, break it. You can only use this ability if you have received 4 points of damage or more. So he's a late game card. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I like him. Next up, we have a 3 cost Noelle. Forward, haste. If you control a card named Sarah, Noelle gains 2,000 power. It's okay. Synergizes with Sarah. I mean, it's all right. You get 3 of him, I imagine. Yeah, 3 of him. We have here two lightning cost McQuee. I played Final Fantasy 13. I know these guys were in the beginning with Snow, with Nora. Just those names I can't remember or anything. So he's a backup for his ability for 1 lightning CP and dulling him. Choose 1 attacking lightning forward. It gains first strike until the end of the turn. Now, originally I thought this card was kind of eh. I honestly have turned a new leaf to it. I kind of like it. I mean, getting first strike is really good. I'm finding first strike is beneficial in a lot of control decks. Again, not bad. For 2 crystal points, that's sacrificing a card from your hand. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. All right, next up we have, oof, my goodness, Rigdia. Rigdia. It's not Rydia. I know that. Rigdia. Forward 5,000 power. When Rigdia enters field, what we got here? Choose one active forward, meaning not dull. Deal it 3,000 damage. So right off the bat, enters the field, boom, 3,000 damage. When it's put from the field on into the break zone this turn, choose one forward opponent controls, dull it. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good. The dulling is really good. Here we go. Here we go. All right, Odin. Simple. Choose one forward of cost 4 or less, break it. Simple. That's it. Kill it. Direct hit. Direct hit. We got a four lightning crystal point Sage. Backup standard unit. When Sage enters the field, choose one character card in your break zone, add it to your hand. Really good card. Really good card. Any character card in your break zone. Any character card. That's amazing. One drop summoner. Three crystal point lightning Magus. When Magus enters the field, choose one forward. Simple. Deal it 5,000 damage. That is very simple. Again, I notice lightning tempos a little bit with fire. A little bit with fire. Get two of those. We got a 3 lightning crystal point dragoon, female dragoon. 6,000 power, first strike. Very, very good. Again, that deck where I was saying in the other video with Warrior of Light that gives standard units, I think it's 3,000. I mean, she already comes built with first strike, but again, a deck I definitely want to tamper with and tinker around with. All right, we have Sid Reigns, 2 ice crystal points, forward 5,000 power. When Sid enters the field, choose one dull forward opponent controls, deal it 4,000 damage. When it is put from the field into the break zone this turn, your opponent discards one card from his or her hand. I don't necessarily like conditional cards where you need to have certain conditions like this, like it has to be a dull forward. But I could see someone who definitely plays like that making this card really good. Making this card very, very good. So, again, I got 3 of him. I like the artwork. Jill. Okay. Now, if you notice my influx of voice there. Jill is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the part of the card that makes a fantastic look is right here. EX. So you take a damage, you flip Jill, you're going to piss off people. EX Burst. Backup. 2 ice crystal points. You ready for this? When Jill Nabbit enters the field, choose up to 2 forwards. Freeze them. Amazing. Amazing. They can't stand. 2 forwards. That's like a whole turn. Choosing up to 2 forwards. Freeze them. You get that situation, boom, done. And also, too, freezing works with attacking, too. So you freeze them, they can't attack either. So you hit them. I mean, they hit you, excuse me. They hit you. You flip this. You can even choose 2 forwards who haven't attacked yet, and they're frozen. They can't attack. Amazing card. And then her ability, which right there, Sadistic Surge. Sacrifice another Jill, an ice crystal point, and then dull her. Choose one forward, dull it, and freeze it. This is a fantastic card. In fact, I think one of the best in this starter pack set. She is really, really, really good. I don't think she gets a lot of credit. She is fantastic. And then we got our hero, Snow. Forward, 3 ice crystal points. When Snow blocks, choose one forward and dull it. Then you got Vendetta, sacrifice another Snow card and an ice crystal point. Until the end of the turn, Snow gains 2,000 power and first strike. You can only use this ability while Snow is blocking. He's okay. Not too bad. Here we have Sarah, who synergizes with Noelle. 3/3 Ice Crystal Point. Forward, 6,000 power. When Sarah enters the field, your opponent discards one card from his or her hand. Pretty good. We have Mog from 13/2, not to be confused with the summon. He's a backup. When Mog enters the field, you may search for one category 13 forward, add it to your hand. I don't see this card generally played a lot. It's okay. I mean, it's not like Zangan. Is it Zangan who searches for a 7 forward? No, he searches for Tifa. I'm not sure who searches for a 7 forward, but one of them you could just search out Cloud, and I mean, it's okay if you're running a 13 tempo deck, but again, it's okay. Bard, backup, 2 Ice Crystal points. Ice Crystal point and dull him. Put Bard into the break zone. Your opponent discards one card from his or her hand. So you can tell how Ice works. It's a lot of discarding, a lot of dulling, it's a lot of control. Here we go. Shiva, fantastic card, another EX. Choose one forward, dull it, and freeze it. Amazing card. 3 crystal points. Come on. Cannot beat that. Cannot beat that at all. Got some summoners, standard units. And what? 4 Dark Knights? Oh no. Oh, whoa. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Got confused there. Female and a male Dark Knight. Okay, 2 different cards. And last but not least, we have our Dark Knights here. We have 4 Ice Crystal points, 7,000 power for 2 Ice Crystal points. Deal 1,000 damage to all the forwards. Opponent's control. And then finally, Dark Knight. 3 Ice Crystal points, forward standard unit, 8,000 power. That's pretty good. When Dark Knight is put from the field into the break zone, Dark Knight deals you 1 point of damage. It's okay. Again, standard unit. So there's that tempo deck with the Warrior of Light. Anyway, this now concludes the starter sets. I'm currently looking desperately for an Opus 1 booster box. Can't really find it. I went through some distributors and they were telling me they were having problems and issues with them as well. Yeah, if anyone knows of a credible site selling it at like not double the price of MSRP, I would be very, very glad to know, and I would do a booster box opening. Yeah, it's just very hard to find them. I put myself on a waiting list for Wave 2, which I believe is coming up mid-December. So yeah, hopefully I get the box and I can open up a box for you guys, and many more box openings to come. All right, so that's it. This was my first YouTube videos that I've done. I know they're very crude. I know I'm probably going to look back at editing and say I say yeah, a lot. I know that. I know definitely I'm guilty of that. But this is a great adventure. This definitely has been really, really awesome, and I look forward to opening up more booster boxes to come. All right, folks, take it easy, and here's looking out for an Opus 1 box.